Hello, Andrew here, always looking for new anime to watch, but I'm really lazy, so I'm giving every new episode of the Spring 2017 lineup one episode to hook me. Welcome to Debut Review. Alright, what have we got today? Today we have got a show called Clockwork Planet. Okay. The news may seem sudden. This news may seem sudden. Important distinction there. This news may seem sudden. But this world died long ago. Earth died 1,000 years ago and... This news may seem sudden, but this world died long ago. Earth died 1,000 years ago. Where's your copy editor? Earth died 1,000 years ago, and a legendary clockmaker known only as Y. The capital letter Y, not W-H-Y, just Y. Clockmaker known as Y rebuilt it using clockwork. Naota Miura, a failing high school student, encounters Ryuzu, and that's Ryu and capital Z, capital U, Ryuzu, an automaton that Y left behind, and the genius clockmaker Marie. When the abilities of these three come together, the gears of fate begin to turn. The cycle of failure and success repeats endlessly as the three of them work to repair the endangered Clockwork Planet in this clockpunk fantasy. Alright. Who is the person in the very front? Marie, maybe? Not getting a Ryuzu vibe out of that one. Y is probably the dude with his back to the frame. Alright. Let's give it a watch. Okay, so... the woman in front is indeed Ryuzu, the automata. The dude with the blue hair on the far right, to Ryuzu's left, is Naota. And the woman on the left side, to Ryuzu's right, is Marie. Dude in the background is Marie's bodyguard. So, the show starts out... in the middle of things, as many anime like to do, many shows like to do. With our team here together, battling armies of robot things, and oh, suddenly we're outmatched. Let's call in our robot, who hides like 12-foot scythes in her skirt. They don't seem to fit, but I guess they just fold really nicely. And she takes out all the robots, no problem. I don't know, might want to lead with that one. I mean, it's the Voltron problem, right? I mean, just form Voltron. Don't even bother not unforming Voltron. Just be Voltron. Form Voltron before you go. Because you fight him with the lions, that doesn't work. Then, oh, form Voltron. It still doesn't work. Form Blazing Sword. Slice him in half. Okay, we go home. Why don't you just form Voltron, form Ray Blazing Sword, walk up, slice the Robeast in half, and go home? There's power reasons and stuff. But still, you know, just... It's like bad guys who send out their weakest henchmen first. I mean, I suppose there's resource expense to consider here, but still. So the show's basically saying, don't worry, there's action and robots and stuff. Then it backs up a bit. Naota here is a putz who's in love with clocks, and he has, like, the supernatural daredevil level ability to just hear the mechanical workings of clocks and stuff. To the point where he can count gears, like, instantly listen to a automata and go, oh, you have 157,236,000,000, you know, that many gears. He's got an ear for it. But he's otherwise kind of a putz. Well, a robot girl drops in his lap, literally, just falls through his roof. And he goes, oh dear, the structural integrity of my building is such that it will collapse in 2 or 3 hours. It collapses about 3 minutes later. He's not very good at this. So he's like, hey, this automata is pretty cool. And cute, too. But I can hear one gear is stuck. So he opens up her chest and pokes around with a screwdriver, and somehow unsticking a gear is accomplished by turning a flathead screw slightly. Not sure how that works, but, you know, robots, whatever. And then his building collapses, but the robot powers up and saves him and says, I am now your master. No, I'm sorry. You are now my master because you woke me up, and I have determined that you are the best clocksmith on the planet, even though you're the only one I've seen or talked to. Maybe she's had a lot of experience before she went into cryo sleep or whatever. But she's like, don't you want to be my master? And he's like, sure. And she says, okay, give me your hand. And she takes his hand, and I'm thinking she's going to bite a finger off. Wouldn't that be hilarious? I mean, she grabs his hand and just, and he rips, spurt, spurt. Maybe that's just me who would find that really funny. But she grabs his hand, folds his fingers down so one index finger is out, and pulls his hand towards her mouth. I'm like, oh, is she actually going to bite his finger off? Because I was just calling that out of the blue. Or is she gonna, oh God, no, don't do that. Don't do that, oh. Yeah. Yeah, she fillets his finger. I'm not kidding. She literally fillets his finger. You don't believe me, do you? You think I'm exaggerating or just being a bit too critical? No. She fillets his finger. Yeah. Are you watching this at work? Turn up the sound. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm guessing that this wasn't actually necessary to, you know, bind the two as master and robot. I think she's just weird. Nota's just kind of a putz in that typical anime endearing way. Nothing really wrong with him. He's just kind of a putz. Ryuzu is... I actually kind of like Ryuzu, finger filleting aside, because her personality is, I call him like I sees him, regardless of how rude it might be. She's constantly, you know, a bunch of dirtbag guys, you know, push Nyota out of the way, and it's like, hey, baby, let's go to a love hotel, because you're super pretty. And she says, yes, I am. Because she knows she's super pretty. And she calls Nyota, you know, she's like, wow, it took you a long time to actually fix me. You must barely have the intelligence higher than a flea. I actually, I find that kind of funny. That may grate after a while, but... So, what about Marie and her bodyguard? Well, apparently they work for the company that lost Ryuzu. I don't know how... Did she fall out of a plane? Because she fell in a coffin. How does that happen? I don't know. So, they're trying to get her back, I guess. Don't really get too much of these characters, except Marie is a princess of something, and she's not very ladylike because she... says naughty words. Come to think of it, I've known one princess in my life, and I don't recall ever hearing her swear. Maybe princesses don't swear. My sample size of 1 tells me this is true. So, yeah. Am I going to watch episode 2? Probably not. Whatever. I mean, it's fine. Interesting thing is that the premise makes no sense, at least at this point. But I mean, kind of like Snowpiercer. how the premise makes absolutely zero sense at all. But as long as you can just say, okay, this is the premise, let's just enjoy the movie. Same thing here. Earth has died. It has come to its end of life. How? Why? What happened? I don't know. So why the great clockmaker fixed the whole thing by turning it into a mechanical gear thing. How the hell did... What? How would that work? How did he have time to do that? Where'd the materials come from? Did he build it over the existing Earth? Did everyone have to move to another planet while he fixed it? Or did he make a new Clockwork Earth that everyone moved to? Who knows? The way it's presented, at least the way the subtitles are written, makes no damn sense. You have no idea how the premise is supposed to work, or really even what happened. Maybe that gets explained further in the show, but there were things about the... I found some of the... Like I said, I found some of the things about Ryuzu fun. Just her complete honesty. Saying that, yes, I'm gorgeous, and you are stupid. I like that. So that's Clockwork Planet. Available on a Crunchyroll near you. See you next time.